Welcome back, guys. We are here with another recap of WHF. WHF took on Bangladesh in a friendly challenge this weekend, and you can see WHF pulled away with the victory, 118 to 116. I have several replays here to show you. They are all actually going to focus around air and Sui Lalo and exactly kind of how they worked and how to do them. And in the future videos to come soon, we're going to see some dragons, some miners, and kind of mixing it up a bit, maybe some Valkyries in there as well. So if you have any feedback, any comments, please let me know. Drop them in the comments below, or you can tweet me, join my Discord, anything you like. But let's get into the action. So the first raid that we are going to watch here is going to be El Patron's raid on number 30 here. As you can see, if I go ahead and pause this video, we got a Sui Lalo. He's got the blimp, and he's going to come at the base to kind of divide it into sections. And in this base, this number 30, it had a baby dragon and 2 witches in it. So the balloon, or the blimp essentially, comes into the base in this section to, one, clear the section to create a path, right, in L shape, and to pull the CC. So there's 2 functions to this portion. So you'll see the blimp come in, and it's leading the charge, and then you'll see to push these balloons through, pull the CC, and then you're going to use your heroes to help create and take out an air defense. So he's got this haste down. The sweeper is pushing back, but he's got the haste to keep the balloons going through. He pulls the dragon, he pulls the witches, and now he got that section down. He then can drop his heroes away from the corner of the base, and then he can do the air from the bottom and around up top to finish off. Because you don't necessarily want to fight into the sweeper. If you can come from behind it, that's the best thing you can do. So you can see here, he dropped the baby dragon to pull the witches and not the skellies initially. So it's all about timing, about killing the CC. So he drops the king to kind of tank, and then king's going to walk south. It's okay. It's not a problem. But then the queen's job is then to step up and grab that air defense. This air defense goes down, which creates a path that the lavas can now go this way right around the base and move their way up. So then you'll see him drop the rest of the troops here. So down below, lava's leading the charge. King pops ability. There's no worries there. He's just going to keep tanking a little bit, maybe take out that king. And as you can see, these balloons are moving their way through, hasting them through. He does have a rage, and he does have a skelly. So the rage skelly is meant to take out the queen, right? So he drops a heal, rage, and a skelly to keep those balloons there under the wizard towers alive. Queen goes down pretty quickly because there is a skelly under rage. So you do not have to worry. He hastes the rest of the balloons through the base to essentially get it down. And you can see he does have the cleanup. King ended up staying alive the whole raid, walking around this base. Skellies are kind of providing some cleanup in the core. There's nothing to hit them. And then it's a matter of just kind of overwhelming. So you can kind of see the blimp's job had 2 purposes. Had to, one, create a funnel path for the balloons to go around, and to pull the CC. So if you're Sui a blimp, you need to at least get at least one objective. One, it has to either create a path, and if there's a lava loon CC in it, then maybe if you can create that path with less value, or with more value in terms of just the heroes, and you can take out the air defense, that would be wonderful, because then you don't have to use that blimp. But in that case, the blimp served 2 purposes. 1, took out the section, create a path, and 2, it essentially pulled the CC, so you didn't have to deal with it as you're flying through the base. So the next one here, so I'm not going to replay that one, is going to be on number 24. This was Moss Booby coming in, and this one is going to be a little bit different. Doesn't have the blimp, but has the wall wrecker in this case. And the wall wrecker is going to have, I believe, Valkyries in it as it's going to make its way. And this objective for the wall wrecker was to kill the enemy queen. He doesn't have a skelly, as you can see at the bottom. If you don't have a skelly, you need another way to kill that queen. And if you have Valkyries in the wall wrecker, that can be a way. So let's go ahead and watch this. So he's basically pushing the troops, the heroes, on opposite sides of the base. King's going to be responsible for moving down here. Queen's going to be responsible for grabbing that air defense up top. And that's their sole purpose, is to create pathing. If you can create pathing, that's going to do wonders in the raid. And so as you can see here, there was a lava loon in the CC, so there wasn't too much worry. All you got to do is kind of, he took out the balloon so that the Valkyries, as they're going through, wouldn't get taken out as quick. So Valkyries come in, take out not only the queen, but take out another air defense. So if you can grab a queen and an air defense just like that with the Valkyries in a wall wrecker, that can also do wonders. So there's a lot of different kind of styles or ways you can hit the bases. So now he's coming in at kind of a pathing. As you see, he took out this section up top. Now he can then move from in a counterclockwise position right around this base. As you can see, the lavas are leading the charge, and as they're kind of meeting up here, he has then the balloons from down south to push their way through the base as well. There was a single target Inferno that was left up, but he's got enough balloons to push through and be able to grab that. And he does have 3 minions to clean up, and make sure, it's also key to get those minions down as quick as possible if they're not going to get targeted by defenses, so they can help clean up, because in these raids, it can be a time issue. But in terms of SUI value, if you don't have to deal with the CC, you'll tend to have a lot more time on your side. But if you have to SUI the heroes, then pull the CC, and then like pull the CC to the corner and deal with it, you will run out of time most of the time. So you have to be very, very careful with that. So if we go ahead and 4 times through this, it's just a matter of cleanup now, and he used this last archer to pull the lava away so that they didn't get locked onto it. So that's a small little tip. If you have an extra archer, there's a lava in the middle of the base, throw it to the side so you don't have to worry about it. So the next one here is we're going to go up to number 10. Remember, these are all air attacks here that we're covering in this video. So this is Texagram coming in, and he comes in with a SUI as well, but this time he doesn't SUI into an air defense. He doesn't SUI into the queen. He SUIs into the eagle, right? So the eagle goes down, and in this case, there was nothing in the CC other than a lava loon, so nothing would come out. I mean, there was a CC, lavas, but remember, if you throw an air, and if you throw air into it, and it won't come out, because lavas and balloons don't target air troops, so it's like nothing's in the CC, essentially. So he drops the king and queen up top to help pick off these buildings, and he has a baby dragon. What's the purpose of that baby dragon? Well, simple. The baby dragon is meant to go ahead and step through these layers here. He was probably thinking the queen was going to walk down here, maybe even grab that air defense. He probably wasn't expecting that baby dragon, or wasn't expecting the queen to reroute. That's my guess. I'm not sure. But the baby dragon was meant to kind of go the next layer deep in order to take that down. And so then the queen walks around, and then he knows that the queen's going to take this air defense, so that he might as well start the Lalo from this side. He thought probably the queen was going to go here, and then he was going to start the Lalo this way, but that wasn't the case. So he probably switched up the Lalo, and then the baby dragon did take that down. It did get taken out before that, but then here you go. If I go ahead and pause this raid, as you can see for a SUI, he has a skeleton spell. If you have a skeleton spell, that means you're planning on killing the queen as you're moving through the base. So let's go ahead and resume this here. The skeleton spell is going to get dropped. You got to match the skeleton spell and the rage. If you can pop that warden ability at the same time, rage, skeleton spell, warden ability, and you warden ability the skellies, they will become invincible, and then the queen goes down way quicker. It works really well. Really good if you can do that. It can be a little difficult. He's moving through this base here. Let's go ahead and 2 times this. It's just a matter of kind of getting the balloons through and the cleanup. As you can see, that last haste kind of pushes him through. The Expo doesn't have too much health, but you got to kind of think about the value that you can get. That he was able to get the SUI blimps and take out an eagle. That's a lot of value there. And that also helped create pathing. So you got to think, if the blimp can create pathing in that push, then that could be very valuable. So the next one we're going to take a look at is number 4 and then number 1, and these are both 12v12s. So let's go ahead and take a look at Sir Longsword here. Another SUI Lalo, but this one, he's got 30 balloons, but he does have that Skelly spell, meaning he doesn't plan on killing the queen until all his troops are moving right over the queen. That's what he has the Skelly spell for. Then the clone spell is essentially just to help kind of beef up a certain side if it gets low. So let's go ahead and take a look. He uses the king and queen on the left side here. 1, to kind of help create pathing, and 2, to pull the CC so the queen can take out the dragons. because he doesn't want to deal with the dragons flying through, because you would need at least 2 poisons to kill a single dragon. If it's 2 dragons, it'll still kill it, but you need 2 poisons if nothing else is hitting it. 1 poison will not kill it. So then he comes kind of as a mass wall balloons, as he didn't take out any air defenses. There were still 4 air defenses on the board. He didn't take out a single one. All he did was pathing and the CC, right? He took out both of those. And then send your warden to the town hall so that when the Giga Bomb blows, then those guys will not go because there's the warden ability. So now it's just a matter of just overwhelming the space, pushing through. He drops the Skelly on the queen, but you have to be careful because the queen jumped the compartment. So he kind of got unlucky here. The Skellies were stuck in this compartment on this Expo, but the Expo was ground, so it wasn't too much of a problem. But as he's got plenty of loons here to move through the space, and these balloons are going to end up finishing on the queen and this space, which is completely overwhelmed, as we're going to see in the very first, on the raid on number 1, that base was completely overwhelmed as well. It kind of took the same kind of approach with this many balloons. You just got to think to yourself, can I use one section to, 1, create pathing, and 2, if I can pull the CC with that, then that's going to do wonders for the raid. If you can just do it with your heroes, that's awesome. But in this case, Wise Man came in on number 1. He didn't care. This one had 2 dragons. He didn't pull the CC. He didn't pull anything. He just went at it, right? So we're going to see this crazy value that he saw. So he dropped the baby dragon here at 6. He knew that if he could drop the baby dragon at 6, it would create pathing so that the heroes would walk up to the town hall. So then he pops the king ability to get through the enemy king and these defenses here. The queen's going to step up, not only pick off this air defense here, but then also grab the town hall. If you can grab the town hall in just the heroes and an air defense, you are looking really, really good. And if you can come away from the sweepers, oh my goodness, this base, or bases that if you can come away from the sweepers, is calling for an air attack. And this base that's exactly what it called for. So he took out he took out this section over here, and now it's just a matter of just overwhelming the top side. Don't fight the sweepers, come from the other way, and that's exactly what he did. Just kind of overwhelm this base. There's 2 dragons. He didn't pull the CC. Just look at how many balloons that are on this board. And then the blimp also has it's full of max balloons in here. Pops that warden ability, moving through this base. Doesn't even drop the Skelly spell. He doesn't need it. The pups clean up the queen. They're just moving through. And my lord, does he just overwhelm this base here. What a beautiful hit from Wise Man. Just beautiful. Gets the 12v12. And yeah, I mean, if you can create pathing and on a Town Hall 12, if you can grab the Town Hall and it's on the outside and an air defense, you are looking golden. So he pretty much swagged a Skelly spell and a heal spell on this 12v12 raid. My lord, was this beautiful. Just beautiful. Got it done in style. And that, my friends, was the war right there. WHF did pull away 118 to 116. GG to everyone over in Bangladesh. We will be seeing them in the upcoming season for CWL, so I'm excited for that. And I know it's going to be very exciting times ahead, so make sure if you guys enjoyed this video, click the like button, click subscribe to get ready for more recap videos to come out very soon on Wars with WHF, and then with other WHF2 or kind of other Wars in the family here. But anyways, that's going to be it for the video. We will have more coming very soon. If you guys enjoyed it, you guys know what to do. And till next time, have a good one. Carbon signing out.